Hi, I want to go over how to do volume on IXL. So if you've been working through the geometry folder on IXL, chances are you've come across this activity with volume. So the most important thing is that you have a formula sheet in front of you so that you know the formula for all these different types of shapes. So I just made sure that there's a formula sheet on your plan. So next time you go to your math plan, this was not here previously. It's under Math 2020 M level, measurement and data at the very top. There's a HiSet formula sheet. You probably have this printed out, but now you also have it here where you can click on it and it will download onto your computer. So you can see it from home just as easily. So now I have my formula sheet up, and let's take a look at this problem to start. This one right here. What is the volume of this cylinder? Use 3.14 as pi and round your answer to the nearest hundredth. So what we'll do is we will find the formula for, our formula for a prism or cylinder. So the volume equals the area of the base times the height. Okay, right away we're jumping right in. This is a difficult problem. First we need to find the area of the base. For a cylinder, the area of a base is going to be the circle area formula because the base of a cylinder is a circle. So we'll start by finding the area of this circle, and then we'll multiply that by the height according to the volume formula. So first I'll start by writing the area formula for a circle and calculating the formula for the circle, which is the base. Don't be thrown off by the fact that it's the top that's labeled, because the bottom and the top are the same measurements. So right here, got area equals 1/2. Whoa, what am I doing? I'm doing the area of a triangle. Let's go back to the formula sheet and make sure I'm doing the correct formula for the area of the base of a circle. Area equals pi times the radius squared. Okay, area equals pi times the radius, which I'll just put r squared. So now we need to substitute these unknown values for known values in order to solve for area. So area equals, it told us to use 3.14 for pi. So we'll put in 3.14 instead of pi, and then we need the radius. Right here it shows us this dotted line that stretches all the way across the base is 12 feet. That's the diameter. So we actually need half of that to find the radius. So 1/2 of 12 is 6. So I'm going to do 3.14 times 6 squared. Now in order of operations, we have to make sure that whenever you do the radius squared, you do that part first and then multiply by the 3.14. So on my calculator, pressing 6, and then I'll press the x to the power of 2 button to get 6 squared. If you don't have a fancy calculator to do that, you can just do 6 times 6 because, and then equals, because a number squared is just the same number times itself. So either way, you get 36. So now I have 3.14 times 36, and I'll do that in the calculator, times 3.14 equals, the area is equal to 113.04. Okay, now that that's my area, now I need to calculate the volume. So this is the area of the base. And the volume for a cylinder is equal to the area of the base times the height. So we'll take that area of the base, volume equals 0.04 times the height, which is 8 feet. So I'm just going to do that in my calculator, times 8. and I get 904.32. And let me just make sure that I'm following instructions. It says round to the nearest hundredth, so got 904.32. That only goes to the hundredths place, so I don't need to round it. If it kept going, I might need to round it to keep it at the hundredths place, but it looks like we're good to go. So that's the answer. Hopefully. Let's put it in and see. Awesome. I'm going to skip this one since we just did the volume of a cylinder. Let's try the volume of a cone. Okay, so once again, we're going to be starting with the formula sheet to find what our volume is. Volume of a pyramid or a cone, volume equals 1/3 times the area of the base times the height. So we're going to do the same exact thing we did the last time, except for we're adding that we're multiplying that by 1/3. So now the area of the base, and the base of a cone is what shape? A circle once again. So it's going to, that's the radius there, 17 centimeters. Always, always, always write down your formulas because otherwise you can get really confused and you might forget a step. So 3.14 times the radius, which is 17 centimeters squared. So remember that we're going to take that, when we take that to our calculator, we're going to do 17 and then squared, get a really big number, 289, and then I'm going to multiply that by 3.14. So then I get the area equals 907.46. And now I want to do volume. Volume equals, let me just triple check to make sure I know my formula. For a cone, it's 1/3 times the area of the base times the height. So it's going to be 1/3 area times height. So the volume is equal 1/3 this area that we just found. So you have to be careful on one step or else you might mess up the next step, times the height, which is 18 centimeters. So now on our calculator, I'm going to do 907.46, and I'm going to do times 18, and then I can multiply that by 1/3 by using the fraction button, by doing multiply and then times 1 fraction button 3, or I could just divide it by 3, because if you multiply by 1 and divide by 3, it's the same thing as multiplying by 1/3. So I'm going to get that number, and we'll see if that's correct. Let's see here. So volume equals 5444.76. All right. Whew. Wow. All right. What's the volume of this triangular pyramid? So now we need to find the area of the base times the height. Wow, this is not easy, guys. Not easy at all. I promise you. So in case you're wondering, like, oh, it's too easy, why am I not getting this? Not easy at all. This is definitely one of the more challenging ones, probably in this whole area of math, I would think. All right, so the volume of a prism is volume of the area of the base times the height. So, oh, no, pyramid. That's what we have. So we have a pyramid, don't we? Yes, we have a triangular pyramid. So it's going to be 1/3 times base times height. And the area of our base is going to be the area formula for a triangle. go back to that formula sheet. Area of a triangle is 1/2 base times height. I'm just going to write B and H. Okay, and now if you're wondering where is the base and where's the height, this 9 feet is the height of the entire thing. We just want the triangle that's at the bottom. So it doesn't actually matter which one you decide is the base and which one's the height. We're just going to use the 5 feet and the 8 feet because those are referring to just that base. So I'm going to say that the base is 8 feet and the height is 5 feet. And I'm going to say 8 times 8 times 5. So putting this into the calculator, doing 8 times 5, I get 40. I'm going to multiply that by 1/2, or I could divide it by 2, or I can multiply it by 0.5. Whatever I do, I should get 1/2 of 40, which is 20. Awesome. So now I know that my area is equal to 20. And now I'll use the volume formula for a pyramid, which is 1/3 area of the base times the height. So 1/3 times 20 times, let me remember what the height is, 9 feet times 9. So I've got, on my calculator, I've got 20 times 9, and then I'm going to divide that by 3, and I get 60 even. So let's find that here. Let's see if that works. Awesome. All right, let me just jump through here and see if there's any that we haven't done. Let's see, we did a cylinder. There's another cylinder. And you did a cube in the last one, so I think we're good to go. Just go to 80 on this. You do not need to go to 100. So once you get a smart score of 80, you just go ahead and go back to Schoology and then just check off that you did it. All right, and that's it.